And we analyzed multiple recordings and carried out thousands of tests. In terms of a ratio, I can say that we have one false alarm among 600,000 detection trials, so which is a very good ratio.
You're listening to the Drone Radio Show podcast, the show about drones and the people who use them for business, fun, and research. Hosted by Randy Goers.
Hello, everyone. This is Randy Goers, and welcome to the Drone Radio Show podcast, episode 310. How difficult is it to stop a rogue drone? If you ask today's guest, he would say as simple as 1, 2, 3. Charles-Hubert Dufour is Commercial Director of CERBAIR, a French company that produces a complete anti-drone solution. The company's advanced radiofrequency technology is the foundation of their anti-drone system, giving users the power to successfully detect, characterize, and neutralize drone intrusions in real time. Charles is trained as an engineer and has more than 22 years in the wireless communications, defense, and security industries. Earlier this year, CERBAIR introduced its redesign of their anti-drone solution called Chimera. The Chimera kit is unique in that it allows for a single operator in the field to detect and neutralize nefarious unmanned aerial vehicles. It's also much more compact and 10% lighter than previous models. I caught up with Charles via phone at the International Defense Exhibition and Conference, or IDEX for short, held in Abu Dhabi. IDEX is the only international defense exhibition and conference in the Middle East and North Africa region, demonstrating the latest technology across land, sea, and air sectors of defense. In this edition of the Drone Radio Show, Charles introduces us to the Chimera anti-drone kit and shares insights into the drone defense industry. But before we hear from Charles, I want to thank those of you who are supporting my funding campaign. Whether it's $1, $100, or much more, you can help defray the cost of production and keep the podcast going and growing. Go to droneradioshow.com/donate. So let's learn about CERBAIR's new anti-drone solution with Charles-Hubert Dufour. Let's pick up the interview where I asked Charles to introduce himself.
I'm Charles Dufour. I'm a chief commercial officer. I used to be the head of different armament company, French company. I have been based in many Middle East and Africa, and I joined CERBAIR last July. So it's a new challenge for me, arriving in a new and dynamic company, very young people, very motivated people. So with my age to compensate and to offer my experience to my staff.
Charles, a year ago, I interviewed Lucas Lebel, CEO of CERBAIR, and he shared the company's success in developing the technology to detect UAVs. Now, I understand there's been enhancements since then, which are included in CERBAIR's Hydra system. Can you tell us about that?
Ultra is a new software that we have. It deals about artificial intelligence, and it analyzes the content of the packet to detect patterns of each communication protocol. Let me tell you the story behind this unique feature and the anti-drone landscape. Our customers, such as the French SWAT, we call it Le RAID, or the soccer team, l'Olympique Lyonnais, reported over time an increasing number of false alarms. And in environments saturated with electromagnetic radiation, the core of our detection is based on the mapping of the frequency and the time space. And by performing first detection, we identify the overall characteristics of the packet sent between the drone and the remote control, packet duration, bandwidth. Then we apply a first filter on the entire spectrum to precisely isolate the potential packets emitted by a given model of drone. And after this crucial step, Ultra analyzes now the content of the packet to detect patterns of each communication protocol. And if these indicators are present in the package, we can confirm with absolute certainty the nature of the drone. In short, Ultra scrutinizes both the inter-pulse data and the intra-pulse data. While developing this unique feature, we found out that The biggest challenge was to get the clearest signal possible for several months. And we analyzed multiple recordings and carried out thousands of tests, both in our lab in Montrouge, close to Paris, and on the field in the outskirts of Paris. In terms of a ratio, Randy, I can say that we have one false alarm among 600,000 detection trials, so which is a very good ratio, actually.
How much time does it take for the system to run through the entire process?
Less than 1 second. In 1 second, we qualify the threats, and we are able, maybe in 2 seconds, to give you the position of the drone and of the pilot.
Wow, that's amazing. So tell us about the Chimera kit.
Chimera is what I call the bestseller of CERBAIR. We have a very interesting products because I think we are not a lot of companies in the world able to provide a solution in one, all in one. I mean, detection and jamming, totally managed and manipulated by one guy only. Your fans most probably recall that we launched last September this new anti-drone solution. We have 3 connected elements on that: the backpack and a vest with a detection module. It's very easy to carry it. It's about 8 kilograms. Then you have the command and control tablet attached to the tactical vest in front of you. You can read the screen immediately. You have the notification of the position of the UAV and of the pilot. And you carry your electromagnetic effector, which is like a gun. And you just need to press one button to immediately jam the communication between the remote control and the UAV. Thanks to its new compact design that is not only more feature packet, but also 10% lighter than the previous model.
How does Chimera detect and stop drones?
We are able to analyze the spectrum permanently, and we compare this analysis with our database. Our database is the heart of our job. In fact, we are able to record all the protocols of the drones that arrive on the world market, and we compare the spectrum that we analyze with this database. And once the alert has been given, both visual and audio, you have a handset with a noise which is changing according to the direction you are aiming. The azimuthal location of the rogue drone and its pilot are tracked by Chimera using this state-of-the-art and accurate directional antenna. And if the nature of the UAV is determined to be nefarious, neutralization may be activated by sending just an electromagnetic pulse to the malevolent drone. And Chimera's new design and technology allows for its user to perform 3 key tasks in the event of a drone situation. First, we determine the omnidirectional detection of the drone, accurately find the drone and pilot's location via manual direction finding, and of course, BVLOS, beyond visual line of sight, drone neutralization. That is to say, we do not need to see the malevolent drone. We can press the button, we can push on it, even if we are, let's say, beyond visual line of sight.
Who would be most interested in using the system?
It's very complicated, Randy. This system, of course, has an interest for special forces, for the army, but everybody who could be threatened by a UAV could be interested in this product. It's very easy to use, so you don't need to have a long training to manipulate it. It's something that, a 6-year-old kid could manipulate.
CERBAIR offers a fixed and a mobile solution of the technology. How do they differ?
If you use this portable system, we are, let's say, able to detect a malevolent drone, let's say, at 1 kilometer from our position. And if you use our fixed product, you can multiply by 2 or by 3 this distance.
You've been with the company only a short while. I'm curious, what did you see in CERBAIR that made you want to join the company?
The challenge, it was clear that I decided to enter this company because I really feel a need in the anti-drone solutions. I think this business has many possibilities to grow and to be one of the major security business in the coming years. Of course, you are aware and you know that some terrorist action created issues against our forces in Iraq, in Syria, or in Africa. And with this experience, we have seen that anti-drone solutions will be necessary and will be a must that will take an important place in our forces in the future. We cannot ignore this kind of threat. This is new for sure, but we have to adapt and we will have to improve the solution year by year because people will change the way they will do these bad actions against our forces or maybe in the future against civilian people. But we have to be ready. We have to be ready and we have to take into account now that the anti-drone solution is part of all security issues in the police, in the army, in different fields, like to protect different industries that are sensitive.
You're speaking to me from the floor of the International Defense Exhibition and Conference in Abu Dhabi. What's the conference like?
This trade show, IDEX, is a very important trade show related to military and security equipments. For me, this is the fifth time that I participate. Before in my previous occupation, I was there too. It's very important. Why? Because first of all, many important fairs have been cancelled due to COVID issues. So take, for example, Le Bourget Paris Air Show that has been cancelled, Eurosatories that has been cancelled. It's very difficult for us now to meet our customer, to meet potential people that could be interested in our solution. And IDEX today offer this possibility. So it was a chance for us to be here. It has been, as I said, very well organized as usual. The government is supporting us. We are in very good, hands. And I really do admire the quality and the security that is offered to us. We have COVID tests every day. Temperature is taken when we enter. I mean, it's a real success. And I would like other people in the world to have a look at how IDEX organization did this wonderful job. It's just incredible.
Are there other drone defense companies at the conference?
Yes, it is definitively. Just by walking around here, I met, 5 other companies who are in the same field. What makes us different is that anti-drone is our only job. I mean, we don't do anything that anti-drone. Other companies, have an anti-drone solution as, a business unit, or it's one of their products. They are not concentrated on this kind of job.
Is there anything that we missed that we should talk about?
Chimera is the only product that can detect and jam at the same time with only one operator, which is different. Most of the time, you will see effectors that are, of course, in charge of jamming, but these effectors must be associated with whether a radar solution, an optical solution, because, of course, you will jam, but what will you jam? I mean, you need to find and to design, identify the target, and we do it all in one with our Chimera system.
And for my final question, Charles, what message would you like to leave regarding the drone deterrence industry?
This industry is becoming actually one of the most important focus of the armies and of the policies in the world. We noticed that last year, our governments, let's say in Europe, my customer in Africa and Middle East, started to understand that they have to invest in this field. The threat now is taken very seriously by all the politicians. So my message would be, we have to focus on this. We have to take it seriously.
That's it for episode 310 of the Drone Radio Show. I hope you enjoyed hearing from Charles-Hubert Dufour of CERBAIR. I want to thank Charles for taking the time to speak with me. If you want to learn more about CERBAIR, the Chimera kit, or want to connect with Charles, check out the website at CERBAIR.com. And CERBAIR is spelled CERBAIR. If you like the Drone Radio Show, please consider supporting the podcast with a small donation. The content is always free, but for as little as $1, you can help defray the cost of production. To donate, go to droneradioshow.com/donate. And thanks for listening. Your support means a lot to me, and I hope you'll listen to more episodes of the Drone Radio Show podcast to hear how others are using drones for business, fun, and research. For the Drone Radio Show, I'm Randy Gores.
This has been the Drone Radio Show podcast. More information on today's show can be found on our website at www.droneradioshow.com. If you're using drone technology for business, fun, or research and would like to share your experience on the show, please visit our website and fill out a guest appearance application. And don't forget to follow us on your favorite social media channels.